Some SUVs are built to carry families, others are built to go off-road. And then, there are a few that try to do both, without compromise. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Roadline Auto. Today we're diving into something huge, literally and figuratively, the 2027 Mitsubishi Pajero Ultimate. This is Mitsubishi's flagship SUV making a serious comeback, and after spending time with this exact unit, I can tell you it's not playing around. Stick with me for the next few minutes because we're going to break down everything from design to price to whether this is actually worth your money in 2027. Let's start where every review should start. How this thing looks, because honestly, this Pajero Ultimate commands attention the moment it rolls up. Up front, you've got this massive horizontal slat grille with the Mitsubishi Tri-Diamond badge sitting right in the center, flanked by these narrow, aggressive LED headlight clusters that give it a really modern, almost tactical face. The front bumper is chunky, with integrated skid plate styling that hints this thing means business off-road too. Moving to the side profile, the proportions are properly SUV. Tall greenhouse, short front overhang, long wheelbase, and a floating roofline effect thanks to the blacked-out pillars and contrasting black roof against our test unit's pearl white paint. The side mirrors are sharp and aerodynamic, and the door handles are flushish with chrome accents that add a touch of premium. Around back, the taillights are connected by a full-width light bar with the Mitsubishi logo integrated right into it. And Pajero is spelled out in big block letters across the tailgate, so there's zero confusion about what you're looking at. Now, the wheels on this build are an aftermarket forged set, absolutely massive, wrapped in aggressive all-terrain tires, and they honestly transform the whole stance of the vehicle, making it look lower, wider, and meaner than it already is from the factory. Overall, this is a design that blends rugged capability with genuine road presence, and it doesn't look like it's trying too hard to do either. But design alone doesn't define a vehicle. Purpose does. So who is Mitsubishi actually building this for? The Pajero Ultimate is positioned as a full-size, three-row family SUV that's equally comfortable doing school runs in the city and tackling gravel roads or light off-roading on weekends. It's not a hardcore rock crawler like the old Pajero used to be marketed, but it's not a soft crossover either. It sits right in that sweet spot for buyers who want space, towing capacity, and enough ground clearance and four-wheel drive hardware to handle unpaved roads, camping trips, or a family road trip through rougher terrain, all while still feeling composed on the highway during the daily commute. Stepping inside, and this is where the Ultimate trim really earns its name, because the cabin is dressed in black leather with contrast stitching throughout, real walnut-style wood trim across the dashboard, and a genuinely upscale sense of build quality that you don't always get in this segment. The steering wheel houses the Mitsubishi badge, along with audio and cruise controls, wrapped around a fully digital instrument cluster, and the infotainment screen sits high on the dash with wireless navigation, media, and phone integration built in. The center console has a leather-wrapped shifter, a rotary drive mode selector, and physical climate controls, which honestly is refreshing in an era of touchscreen-only everything. Rear seat passengers get their own fold-down armrest with cup holders, dedicated air vents, and USB controls, and genuinely generous leg and headroom thanks to that long wheelbase we mentioned earlier. Plus, this unit comes with a massive panoramic sunroof that floods the whole cabin in natural light. This is a cabin built for long trips with the whole family, not just a place to sit while you drive. Now here's where things get interesting. Now naturally, you're wondering how this stacks up against the competition. And the honest answer is, the Pajero Ultimate is aiming squarely at rivals like the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Hyundai Palisade, and the Kia Telluride. Compared to the Land Cruiser, the Pajero feels more modern inside and arguably more tech-forward, though the Land Cruiser still holds a reputation edge for off-road toughness and resale value. Against the Palisade and Telluride, the Pajero brings genuine four-wheel drive hardware and a more rugged identity, whereas those two lean harder into family-friendly comfort and value pricing. So depending on whether you prioritize capability or straight-up value, the Pajero Ultimate carves out its own lane rather than directly copying anyone. On the technology front, Mitsubishi has clearly leveled up here, with the touchscreen infotainment supporting smartphone mirroring, real-time navigation, and over-the-air style menus that feel genuinely current rather than borrowed from 5 years ago. There's a full digital driver display that reconfigures based on drive mode, a heads-up style camera system for parking, and a rear camera mirror setup we spotted integrated near the windshield for better visibility when the cabin's loaded with passengers or cargo. The tech doesn't feel gimmicky either. It's functional, easy to navigate at a glance, and clearly built around actually helping the driver rather than just impressing them. But none of that matters if it doesn't drive right. Under the hood, expect the Pajero Ultimate to run Mitsubishi's proven turbocharged 4-cylinder or optional V6 setup paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and a proper 4-wheel drive system with low-range gearing for serious off-road situations. Power delivery is smooth and torque-heavy at low RPMs, which makes it feel confident whether you're merging onto a highway or crawling over uneven terrain. And the ride quality benefits from an adaptive suspension setup that keeps things composed, even with those massive aftermarket wheels fitted on our test unit. It's not a sports SUV by any stretch, but it's not meant to be. This is about relaxed, capable, torque-rich driving that doesn't punish you on long trips. Now let's talk efficiency, because a vehicle this size has to be smart about airflow to avoid drinking fuel excessively. The Pajero Ultimate uses an active grille shutter system, underbody paneling, and a subtly raked windshield to manage drag despite its boxy, upright SUV shape, and Mitsubishi claims meaningful fuel economy gains over the outgoing generation thanks to these tweaks plus mild hybrid assistance on certain trims. It won't rival a sedan's fuel numbers, but for a full-size, body-on-frame capable SUV, the efficiency numbers are competitive within its class rather than embarrassing. Safety-wise, Mitsubishi has loaded the Ultimate trim with a full suite of driver assistance features, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera system for tight parking situations. The structural platform has also been reinforced for improved crash performance, and multiple airbags cover all 3 rows, which matters a lot for a vehicle marketed specifically toward families. Combine that with strong forward visibility from the driving position, and you get a package that feels genuinely reassuring, not just checkbox safe. Alright, let's talk about the number that actually matters. Let's get into the number everyone actually wants: pricing. The 2027 Pajero Ultimate is expected to land in a premium bracket for the segment, likely starting in the low 60s and thousands of dollars for base trims and climbing toward the mid to high 70s for a fully loaded Ultimate configuration like the one we're looking at today, especially once you factor in options like the panoramic sunroof and premium wheel packages. That positions it above mainstream 3-row SUVs, but below true luxury badge competitors, which honestly makes sense given what it offers. Beyond the sticker price, though, you've got to think about the bigger financial picture, including insurance premiums which tend to run higher for larger, more powerful SUVs, along with fuel costs if you're not opting for the hybrid-assisted variant, and depreciation, which historically has been Mitsubishi's weak point compared to Toyota and Lexus. That said, if Mitsubishi's recent reliability improvements hold up over time, resale value could improve, but it's still a factor buyers should weigh carefully before signing anything. When it comes to actually buying one, you'll typically have the choice between financing, leasing, or paying cash, and each comes with its own trade-offs depending on how long you plan to keep the vehicle. Beyond the base price, expect additional costs for extended warranty packages, aftermarket accessories like the wheel and tire, setup you see on this exact unit, dealer add-ons, destination fees, and regional taxes, all of which can meaningfully push the out-the-door price higher than the advertised MSRP. So always negotiate and read the fine print closely. So let's boil this down to pros and cons. On the positive side, you're getting a genuinely upscale interior, strong off-road hardware, a comprehensive safety suite, and design that stands out in a sea of look-alike SUVs. On the downside, the price climbs quickly once you start adding options. Fuel economy still trails smaller crossovers, and Mitsubishi's long-term resale value remains a question mark compared to segment leaders like Toyota. It's a vehicle with real strengths, but it's not without trade-offs you need to go in aware of. So, is the 2027 Mitsubishi Pajero Ultimate worth your money? If you want a family SUV that actually looks and feels premium, backs it up with real off-road capability, and doesn't force you to compromise on tech or safety, this is genuinely one of the strongest options in its class right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to Roadline Auto for more in-depth vehicle reviews every week, and drop a comment letting me know what SUV you want us to review next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.